He'll figure. This is the Star Report. Thursday afternoon, early evening. Welcome aboard. What a sad day. Holy smokes. Kidd Creole. Not from Kidd Creole and the Coconuts. No. Kidd Creole, Grandmaster Flash, and the Furious Five, convicted of manslaughter. 62 years of age. Nathaniel Glover, that's his real name, killed John Jolly, who was 55 years of age, back in 2017. Now, most of you are saying, who? Because my audience, according to the analytics, is much younger than me. But this is one of your pioneering rappers. Now, he didn't have that many bars. Some would even say his bars were trash. I wouldn't say that because, seeing and witnessing hip-hop come out of the womb of the inner cities, it was beautiful. Now, he is about 5'2", about 85 pounds with a cinder block in his back pocket. And, he's had his hair fried, dyed, and laid to the side for most of his, if not all of his career. And his brother, world-famous Melly Mel, well, ha, 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 rah. Melly Mel, The Message. He and Mel didn't and probably still don't fuck with each other. Melly Mel was up on Vlad TV about 2 years ago. He said, man, me and my brother just, we didn't see eye to eye, didn't get along. Niggas squabbling, who knows, but convicted. A very sad day if you are a historian with regards to hip-hop and the evolution of rap music. A very, very sad day. Yes, convicted. His trial was last week, and he's been in jail, in case you don't know, since 2017. So he's been in there the entire pandemic. I want to talk about that this afternoon, okay? Also on the screen, according to MTO, Media Takeout, Chris Rock has hired a top New York City law firm. I fuck with Media Takeout heavy. They've been great to me over the years. But this is on their website. Chris Rock, I got the story right here. Give me some time. Has hired, or he was spotted at a litigation firm. A litigation firm. And for those of you who know lawyers, litigators, those are the ones that go to trial. And they dig their heels in, okay? We'll get to that shortly. But the law firm that he supposedly is in talks with, they have represented matters involving Google, the NFL, and Microsoft. I think most of us, including me, we think that Chris Rock should sue Will Smith, his little brother, Jada. Shots fired. The Oscars and maybe the producers of the event because they didn't provide adequate security. Somebody should have stopped Will Smith when he got up on the stage, regardless of his acting pedigree and everybody loves Will. Will's crazy. He should have been stopped. Hey, whoa. That didn't happen, all right? We'll talk about that this afternoon. Also, the Mammy Chronicles continue. I don't have a story, that's really an eye-opener today, but, just a Mammy, she did a little something today. I'll just say at the Popeyes drive-through, early afternoon, and I'm like, okay, I'll deal with you another day. I'll get to that shortly, okay? But the Mammy Chronicles continue. Jason, I got your donation early. Salute. Okay. I want to take some calls this afternoon. I want to talk about Kidd Creole, convicted. Nathaniel Glover. Now, if you have gone to his, well, actually, you haven't. Pardon me, let me slow down. You have not gone to his YouTube page. Nobody has, pretty much. Let me pull up the notes right here. The Kidd Creole, 349 subscribers. Now, I read that right. Not 3,000, not 34,000, 349 subscribers. He's been on YouTube for years. And he's got videos with him, and he's got the fried hair. That was a big thing back in the 70s and early 80s. faded out because niggas started wearing the shags and the Jerry curl. But anyway, stop your shit, Star. He's on YouTube. He's got on gloves, black gloves, sunglasses, and he's spitting, I guess they're bars, you know? Kidd Creole, huh? And earlier I said, not Kidd Creole and the Coconuts. If you ask me, I just want to speculate. I want to be careful and sensitive because I know a lot of those guys, man, a lot of those pioneers. He was probably dealing with a lot because back in 2017, he was working as a security guard, and that's a good thing, you know? Working as a security guard, but late night when he went in to the job, he and this guy supposedly got into some type of dispute. This guy got stabbed twice. His lawyer says that the guy, John Jolly, died in the hospital from some type of sedative. The district attorney said otherwise, and they said that by way of rage, Kidd Creole killed this man. Did I mention a steak knife, troll babies? He was carrying a steak knife. Who carries steak knives? High school kids carry steak knives, you know? Can I throw some bullshit on the table early? Just some bullshit. Was this a bussy excursion gone wrong? A bussy excursion. Just hear me out. You know, people from my generation and older, Kidd Creole, born in 1960, I was born in 64. That was when people were either, skiing on the slopes like me, sniffing coke, you know? Skiing on the slopes, that's what we called it. Or you were beaming up the Scotty, smoking boulders, freebasing. You get older in life, you want to get a little quicker, picker-upper? Was this a bussy excursion gone wrong? Did Kidd Creole, who told the police he felt that John Jolly was trying to make a sexual advance? His words, Kidd Creole. Did they have history by way of, I don't know, a little flavor for some flavor? What is that? Flavor for some favor, something like that. I forget how that thing goes. Was this that? Now again, don't hold me to this, but again, all that cruising thing late at night, you know, people are out there. Was there a relationship that Kidd Creole did not use to his advantage? If there was, maybe he should have told that story. Maybe he should have said, hey, I know this guy. Again, Kidd Creole, very short, very petite. Maybe there was some type of, help me out, troll babies, entanglement. Kidd Creole coming to work, and then this guy, John Jolly, yo, what's up? Meaning, what's up with the money? You owe me. From topping you off. Give me a second, we'll come back to this. I want to be respectful, but just the story doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense, right? Also, I want to put something on the table here. Hang on a second. Showrunner. Is Atlanta an overrated city? I live in Woodstock, as most of you should know. I've been here going on 4 years. Is it 4 years? I forget. I've been coming here since the late 80s. This town has changed. It's beautiful, the entrepreneurs that are here. This is a different Atlanta from 30 years ago, 20 years ago, even 15 years ago, even 10 years ago. But is it overrated? Truthfully, I'm over it. I'm over it. I've said this before. I'm ready to move on. The pandemic really put a dent in things for me, but I appreciate the entrepreneurial spirit. I use that word, spirit, the energy, the vibe of the people that are here. The networking. It's beautiful, but is it overrated? And I want to put something on the table. Hang on a second. Hey, Marish, did I say your name right? I get your donation. Thank you so much. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay, I don't know what that is. That's something crazy. Give me a second. Is it overrated? There's a lot of people here from New York. Would you say too many troll babies before I go to anybody else? For those who are in Atlanta, are there too many New Yorkers here? They've got Bronx Day. Somebody even said that they have Queens Day. Do they have Queens Day? Hang on, folks. I'm trying to open my pineapples. Do they have a Queens Day in Atlanta? I can't think of anything worse than to see a whole bunch of niggas from up north who I didn't fuck with up there down here in Georgia. Devin from the BX says pineapple purr. They're fucking pineapples, man. Pineapples. Also, hang on a second. I got a couple of notifications here. I want to do some research this afternoon. What is her name? Is it Kinjati? I should be ashamed of myself. She was just nominated, right? Okay. Ketanji Brown, Supreme Court nomination. Okay. Confirms. Okay, it's official. Maybe I'll put that on my screen as well. Senate confirms. Ketanji Brown Jackson Supreme Court nomination. Okay, and there's even a live stream. I'll put that in the live chat for anybody who wants to discuss that. Maybe Dana with this data will chime in. Dana and I spoke a little while ago. Earlier. Hold on. I don't mind promoting such a thing. Okay. All right, so that's my story for this afternoon. I'll take a few calls. And I do want to say that with regards to Mammy, for some of you who are new to the show, my personal experiences motivate me throughout the day. Yes, they do. My personal experiences. And the Mammy Chronicles are not me having such a tough time. I take notice of things. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you now before I get started what happened. You may think this is not a big deal. I went through the Popeyes drive-thru somewhere around 11:45. I ordered 2 apple pies. I like the Popeyes apple pies. I get to the window. Mammy, who was very nice. We've never had an issue because I got her in check 3 months ago. She said, "Oh, you just doing the apple pies today?" I said, "Yeah. Her I speak to. I don't give her the thumbs up because we've had a back and forth. I checked her. She knows her place. She said, "Oh, you just doing apple pies?" I said, "Yeah." She gives me the bag. I checked the bag before I pull off because of previous discussions where she tried not to give me napkins. Again, she knows how I get down. And I looked in the bottom of the bag. What do you think I saw? A biscuit. Now, I didn't order a biscuit. But usually when I order is it the number 5? I forget. It's the 3 wings and the biscuit. And they ask you, what do you want on the other side? I say, give me an extra biscuit. Mammy gave me an extra biscuit today that I didn't pay for and I didn't ask for. What do you think of that? Is that some sly, underhanded shit? Or is she just being nice? I don't know. We'll come back to it, okay? Hold on a second. My first call I'm going to take this afternoon. 973, Kidd Creole, convicted. Turn that down in the background, please. Turn it down in the background.
What's good? What's good, big nigga? It's your boy Jay the Bandit, man.
Hey, what's up, man? You got to turn all that down in the background, homie. The algorithm is sensitive.
Yeah,
put you on hold. Get it right. Get it right. Fuck all that. Yo, my bad. Pardon me. You ready?
Pardon self.
Let him sit right there until he figures it out. That's one of my sponsors. Come on, Jada. You know better, man. You know better. Jada, are you ready to talk now? Are you ready?
Yeah, my bad, man. I turned it off now.
Yeah, you're doing too much. I appreciate you, but when you call in, I want to promote you, but you can't have all that in the background because it'll bleed through, and then I'll have an issue with YouTube. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Respectfully.
Okay. I got your brand new banner in the community section. Did you see it?
Yeah, I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Oh, I'm not your brother. I'm sorry. I appreciate it, though.
What's going on, fam? Kidd Creole, man. I know people are like, who, what? But convicted, man. Do you give a damn?
I really don't give a damn, but I only know who he is because of you. But I know the group that you're referring to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, legends,
man.
He's
part of the Grandmaster. Huh?
Go ahead.
Yeah, he was part of Grandmaster Flash crew, if I'm not mistaken, or is it somebody else?
Grandmaster Flash, the Furious Five.
Yes. Biggest joint right there. My favorite verse here to theirs was Rocket. What? I can't see the Sugar Ray fight. That was my line.
Yeah.
I was a kid,
now, I don't expect most young people to know who he is in particular, but I'm going to take the time to do a research show. It may not be big numbers on this particular episode, but my question, I guess, amongst a couple of questions is, why did he sit in jail for so long? 2017. Even if he and his brother didn't get along, isn't there anybody that said, hey, this man was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Let's get him some bail. Let's talk to the DA, get him out so he doesn't have to suffer. He's been suffering, if you ask me. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, they leave people like that hanging, just like how they did Khalid Browder. R.I.P. to him. But yeah, they be doing that sometimes.
Okay. All right, so this is not really of interest to you. I get it. Let's talk about your product, your music, your channel. You're a sponsor, please.
Yes. My music is called my latest project. I just dropped April 1st, 2022, last week Friday. It's called "Getting Money, Staying Sucker Free," because that's all we should do in life: get money, stay sucker free. Besides all the BS and all the bullshit that happens in life, just get to the bag, get to the money, take care of yourself and your kin, and all those that you dwell in your past that have ever bothered you or forsaken you. Just bypass and move forward in life. That's where I got the title from: "Get Money, Stay Sucker Free."
Okay. So when people go to your channel, they see an assortment of videos, information. What is it that they're going to see when they go to your channel?
They'll be able to see all the things I've been to, events I've been through. Like right now, I'm working on my video editing skills myself because I'm trying to learn myself how to do it.
Nice.
I'll have footage of me in the past, like at Funk Flex car show, things like that, events I opened up for, like, you know what I mean, open mic things, events like that.
Okay.
Right now, I recently I just uploaded when I went on Thanksgiving Day back in 2016 to see at BB King's before they closed down to see Freddie vs. Jason, which is Jada, Kiss, and Fabulous performance.
Right.
I was right there next to him. Yeah, I uploaded that recently.
Well, look, man, it's good to hear from you. I want to send that traffic in your direction. Okay, so you don't care about Kidd Creole, pioneer, architect. Any thoughts on Wendy Williams battling with Wells Fargo for her money?
Oh, I hope she gets her money. She deserves the money. She deserves every crumb of that money. She earned that money. Her and Kevin both earned that money together. He had very good etiquette when it comes to business. She was just the back burner. She was just the face. He was the person that was holding her down from the jump.
Okay.
So I believe she should get that money back. It's just differences between, what was it, her accountant, the female that she used to deal with? I used to help her.
Yeah, I've got the notes. I'm going to pull it up, but I just wanted to make sure that people are at least aware because it's sad to see her on Instagram, damn near crying. But good to talk to you, Jada. The Bandit, Jada Bandit, pardon me. You're in my community section, all right?
Yeah, Jada Bandit.
Jada Bandit. Got you, man. Salute.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Community section. Try to get that wrench back for me too, bro.
We'll talk about it. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
We'll talk.
I gave him a wrench. He went crazy. Folks, if you're a sponsor, I want you to have a wrench, but you can't. You're just like, oh, man. You can't go crazy, all right? Wendy Williams, guys, again, in my community section, she looks and appears to be lucid. You know? Looks like she's in a better mental state than she was a couple of months ago. But she keeps saying this is not right, this is not fair. Why is Wendy Williams at a point in her life where she has to take to social media to try and get her money from Wells Fargo? That's number one. Number two, why did she put so much money in a Wells Fargo account? I don't even use Wells Fargo, to be honest with you, for like small transactions, but for bigger banking, I would never use Wells Fargo. Anyway, that's on the screen, Wendy Williams versus Wells Fargo. And I do want to promote some sponsors this afternoon. First up, www.caspersacademy.com. Okay, check them out. I'm going to bring in some calls. I want to talk to you guys, hold on a second, about some of these topics. And if anybody has any... I'm not looking for suggestions, but, Mammy gave me an extra biscuit. In my mind, that's passive-aggressive. You might think it was an act of kindness. I don't see it like that. I think it's a slight intrusion, to soften me up, to later at some point talk reckless to me. Why do I feel like that? Area code 843. Good afternoon, 843. Kidd Creole, convicted. Do you care? Hopefully you do.
Yo, what's going on, Star?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Bless up, man.
Bless up.
Congratulations on your show and all that. How do I feel about it? I feel nobody's over the law. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're famous, if you did something, you did it. Now, I'm not saying he did it. I'm just saying we shouldn't just look at it just because he's a star. He should get some kind of, slap on the wrist because, you know what I'm saying? R. Kelly is a perfect example, so he did. So
Good point.
That's how I feel about it. Yes, sir.
Well,
sir.
supposedly he did confess to the police when they arrested him that he thought this guy, John Jolly, was trying to make a sexual advance, thus the reason why he stabbed him with the kitchen knife, But okay, you were saying?
True indeed, but, even so, in these times, with all this LBGT, ABC thing that's going on, no disrespect, I just don't know the letters. But, the whole gay community thing, they not going to respect that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, he said he came on to you, you ain't had to kill him for that. You could have pushed him away, punched him, beat him up. He chose to stab him. That's like pulling out a fucking rocket launcher.
The prosecution said, why didn't you run? I said, hey, why didn't you run?
Why didn't
you run?
It could have been out of shock. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think he should get no slap on the wrist just because he's from a famous group. Maybe he should have thought about that before he did the actual action. Because I'm pretty sure the guy that was advancing on him wasn't worth his life and future and career and all of that.
He's facing 25 years now. I don't know if they're going to, time served, for the time he's been there since 2017. Might send him up north. He's a very small guy. Again, he's like 5'3", maybe 103 pounds, He's going to be food. He'll be food in the penitentiary, yes? Be food.
Not necessarily. Is how you carry yourself, and just because he's that size, you shouldn't get no pass, man. Gangsters are in all types of shapes and sizes. You got short gangsters that was putting in work more than tall gangsters. That doesn't have anything to do with it. It's just like consequences and repercussions to your actions, man. He should have probably just had a little more logic behind it before, doing that.
Have you been to the penitentiary, sir, yourself?
Oh, heck no. I ain't trying to go there with the booty bandits and all of them out there.
Okay. All right. Hey, man, I appreciate the call. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay. His phone dropped out. We have to put some bullshit on the table here because, locked up since 2017, and he's got no money. I say that respectfully. I don't know if he has family, kids. He and Melly Mel, his brother, didn't socialize. Melly Mel said that on Vlad TV. a year or two ago. He said, "Nah, we didn't speak. We, falling out, something. Will Kidd Creole be food in the penitentiary? If I were a penitentiary nigga, he came in, he would be food to me. Niggas is going live in the penitentiary now, right? You got that little nigga, put him on your lap. You going live with that little nigga, get your numbers up. It's fucked up. Area code 929. Good afternoon, 929. Kidd Creole from Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5. Hopefully you care. 929, are you picking up the phone? You just want to hear my voice and get you the fuck out of here, okay? Is it a Tiffany? How do I say your name, darling? Hi, thank you for your donation. She says, I like your skins. Oh, thank you, baby. I use Noxzema every morning. And I avoid, shea butter and stuff like that. It's Noxzema. Thank you for your donation. Is it Albert? Albert, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Okay. People are still talking about Will Smith and Chris Rock. Let me put this back on the screen, guys. This comes by way of MediaTakeout.com. Chris Rock hires top NYC law firm. Do you give a damn? Hang on, and where's my emails? Wait a minute. God damn, I'm doing too much. I had a good morning. If you're just now joining me, I have a Mammy story, but it's not too bad, okay? Jose, I got your donation. Everything is correct. Okay, guys, in the community section, Devious J, brand new banner. If you want to tap in and check out Devious J's page, right? 929, are you ready? Are you ready now? Blade, I got your email also. Hey, what's up, man? Dude, you got to pick it up. Come on, man.
Star.
Sir, can you hear me? I hear you. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Okay.
You can hear me?
Let me make sure my phone didn't go out. Area code 240. Can you hear me? 240. Hey. Okay, he wants to troll. Blade, I got your donation. Blade says, yo, Star, pardon self, fam. Thank you, Blade. Hold on a second. And let me try area code 347. Battle, I got your donation. Atlanta is the alternate bussy dimension.
Will Kidd Creole be food in the penitentiary?
347, can you hear me?
If I were penitentiary...
347, yo.
Yo, Star, you doing work. You putting in work.
Yes, sir, you have to turn that down in the background. Come to the phone, please. I'm right here. I can hear you.
All right. Yo, you definitely putting in work, my G.
Okay. Kidd Creole, man. You know Kidd Creole. Come on. You sound like a real one, man. Kidd Creole, my nigga. Let's talk about it. I don't care about these young niggas not knowing who he is.
Yeah, no, I met him on the street a couple of times. He's very he's a very down to earth person.
Man.
But real talk, all the brothers were unable to keep our publishing, so we see that our products that we invented on vinyl, these classic catalogs that are worth millions, sold to Rhino Records.
Right.
We don't get any equity. But some people really disclose the law, which is that if you re-record those songs like 20 years afterwards, now your new rights can be assigned to the current revenue streams that are being milked off of your inventory, your catalog.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What Sugar Hill did, Fast Stanley from Music Factory explained that Sugar Hill gave everybody Cadillac. Then you get everybody all amped up, get them high, get them in the studio, get them to record like 3 albums worth of material. Then they didn't make the payments on the Cadillac, and all the cars got seized.
Yeah. What you're saying is very, very true, and I'm not trying to clown him, man, but I mean, he was stuck in the 80s. If you go to his YouTube channel, he looked the same. His rhymes didn't evolve, and that's not to clown him, but Do you think that he was holding a lot of anger within? Because you, as you said, a lot of those guys, they didn't understand business, signing shit, and got the money, ran through the money, and then fucked up in the pocket.
Oh, yeah. The contracts, look at the only ones who were famous for not signing contracts have thrived. Ice Cube was very well established for not signing the contract. And even recently, supposedly like Warren G was being chased for Charles Snoop to not sign his deal. The white man created this paper infrastructure that seizes your entire song catalog before you even write it. And then they own that inventory, and because it was so difficult to print up a record, distribute them, all this inventory, we were asked out. We didn't have the leverage or the vision.
Hang on a second. So who are you? Because you sound like you were an artist. You're saying we. Who are you?
Yeah, I'm a producer. And I'm going to be advocating for all the brothers that reclaim a lot of the portions of our publishing. We're definitely going to, in a very tasteful way, go back to the current owners of all this publishing and re-record the album. Be like, listen, we have legal claim to this now because we re-recorded the material. We wrote it. We understand that the way the business models were at that time were just to create this infrastructure where as soon as you sign your name on the dotted line, all your songs are owned for the next.
Can I ask, how old are you, sir? How old are you?
53.
5'3" or 6'3"?
5'5".
Okay.
Born like a couple of days after we lost Dr. King. You put in a lot of work,
yeah.
And you brought a very to Hot 97. You're the reason why all the other elements worked.
Oh. Well, so I appreciate that, but now hang on a second. I'm going to stay focused on Kidd Creole. You mentioned the white people, but Sylvia Robinson was behind Sugar Hill Records. Sylvia Robinson, and I don't mean to kick dirt on her name, she was giving out those contracts to those guys, man. And what was her husband? Was it Joe Robinson? I forget. I mean, so you can't.
Yeah, let's see. Enjoy Records.
Yeah, you can't just blame white people. Black people do
Bobby Robinson.
Yeah. Black people do black people dirty. And one of those guys from the, oh man, I don't want to go too far down this rabbit hole. Which one of those guys took over Master G's place in the Sugar Hill Gang? Because Master G said, I'm out of here, I'm tired of touring. It became Wonder Mike and one of those Robinson guys.
Yeah. Corey G.
I don't know.
Corey-O. The Downbeat. Mosey Direct, Corey-O, Wonder Mike,
yeah.
And also her brother. I think her brother. No, the son. Started grabbing on the mic. Let's see, my name is Corey-O and I'm down with the gang, the new addition to the crew, the master of slang, the Downbeat, written by Mo D. And then let them record it, like took the son, kind of like with Motown.
All right, now hang on a second, sir. I want to stay focused on Kidd Creole, convicted, manslaughter. I'm not trying to clown him, but I have to be real on this microphone. A lot of those guys from the generation, before me, he's 62, I'm 57. A lot of those guys were smoked out and sniffed out.
Yeah, well, Melly even admitted that it's kind of a blessing. It's a blessing that he didn't have the finances to smoke himself to death.
Right.
But technically, there should be now. If Black Lives Matter, there should be an equivalent to Black Lives Matter, but Black publishing matters. Black equity matters in the publishing. But there is the pattern where you re-record the songs and then reclaim ownership and equity in them. But I want to tell two things about Kidd Creole.
Well, listen. Stay in touch with me via email. Hang on, via email. If you're going to get some legs to what you're saying, I'll support you as much as I can. But at the same time, man, a lot of black people did other black people dirty. We know this. Let's focus on Kidd Creole. Did you ever meet him? Did you know him?
Yeah.
He's a very short guy, very petite.
Met him like 3 times on the street, and you know what?
Oh, that's what you did say that.
He had the vibe where it would be good if you could help him to buy a slice of pizza sometimes. That type of vibe.
Stop. Say that again. Stop. Say that again.
No, that that if you buy him a slice of pizza, that's a good look because it's clear that financially he was not there at all. He was always a pedestrian.
Okay.
Always, he looked clean, but he's not fly like when the leathers, like on the record covers. No, they had zero finances. I see Melly Mel, 89, in Grand Central Station, looking like he just came out of a construction job, and I yelled, "No, Melly Mel!" And I chilled with him for about an hour.
Sir, you're going too fast. Slow down, please, please. I used to see Melly Mel on the #1 train headed uptown in the 80s, mid-80s, when I was working at WIA. Yep. Yes, you're right. He was doing construction. And you know what? I respected that about him. He's working a fucking job.
Yeah.
I respect. Now, hang on a second. Hang on. Okay, so Kidd Creole.
Yeah.
I've even got the somewhat small discography here, I'm trying to be fair, man, but Freedom, 1980, Sugar Hill Records, Super Rapid, 1979, Grandmaster Flash on the Wheels of Steel, 1981. He participated in The Message in 1982, On the Strength in 1988. Do you think he had anger within him, and in 2017, it surfaced, and he said, killed the guy, and he should be in jail. That's it. Let's move on. What do you say?
Well, definitely he got railroaded the way he was treated during that arrest process. But when the crew split up, he went with Grandmaster Flash, and they did that Elektra Records deal. And they put $1 million. They gave the crew $1 million. But
Flash took that money, sir. I know this for a fact. I worked at WIA. Keep going.
And that album was tight, but you know what? The way Public Enemy and Rakim and Boogie Down Productions were killing it. It overshadowed them. It overshadowed them, and there was no incentive for Public Enemy and Rakim and BDP to really support them because, of course, Melly Mel had the big battle with Chris, which catapulted him even further.
Sir, stop. You're moving too fast. Melly Mel and KRS-One, I don't think that battle ever happened. You sure? I don't think that happened.
It did, but it wasn't scheduled. The way Chris puts it is that Melly Mel was, maybe
Sir, Melly Mel was on Vlad TV. You can Google this right now. I'll keep you on hold. Melly Mel said the battle didn't happen. Can you Google it and I'll come right back to you? You got time? I got time.
Oh, to see that, I seen what you're referencing.
Yeah, I don't think that battle happened. Melly Mel and KRS. Hold on a second. Let me go to the best.
Yeah, they have two different claims.
Full babies. Okay, you know what? I don't care if that battle happened, man. Kidd Creole, he's in jail. He's been convicted. That's it, man. Thank you for your call. Thank you.
Well, one last thing.
Yes, sir. You got the last word. Go ahead.
All right. When the verse where he says, "You know what you need to learn? Old school artists don't always burn. You're just another artist that had his turn. Now it's my turn, and I am concerned about idiots posing as kings." He was the king of the streets.
Okay.
So that verse was for him, and he spit that off the head that day, and then put it on the remix of Still Number One afterwards.
Gotcha. Sir, I gotta go, man. Thank you for your call. Thank you. Good call. I appreciate his knowledge. Hey, TJ. Star, did you see the White Queen took out her monkey in Florida? Nutty B went live after. You talking about the Caucasian girl who allegedly killed her black boyfriend? Someone sent me that link. What was that about? Hold on a second. Is that what you're talking about? Crown, I got your donation. Rory likes his boys light and small, like Kidd Creole. Okay. Hey, Tyra, Star, you're aging well compared to old niggas in BK. Oh, thank you, darling. I'm actually 250 years of age. I tell people that all the time. I'm a hologram. Troy Terrain checked out years ago. Okay, what is this? Here's the link. Family seeks answers after man is stabbed to death by influencer girlfriend who is now claiming mental illness. Yeah, good for her, you know. You guys, you love this whole mental illness world. Oh, mental health is real. Okay, well, there you go. I was slumming. I was doing charity work for the blacks. I was dating this guy. He was beating the hell out of me, stomping my ears together, and I had to kill him. Brian, I got your donation support for the machine. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. Okay. Crown, Rory was on Rikers Island screaming, "Guard, guard." No, on Rikers, when I was there in the early 80s, I heard a couple of guys like get punched in the shit, and they would scream, "CO! CO!" Not guard. I think guard is what you scream when you're in the penitentiary. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me just ramble for a second here. Should Kidd Creole have used a different defense, and can he appeal this conviction? Sentencing comes up in May. I think May the 5th or the 7th. They're going to sentence him pretty fast. And clearly, they're labeling him as homophobic. Is it too late to turn this around in terms of the appeal and to say, hey, me and this guy were having intimate relations, cruising late at night. He gave me services. I didn't pay him one time. I owed him. He got aggressive, and that's why I carried the steak knife. I mean, think about this for a second. What grown-ass man carries a steak knife? Carry pepper spray. Anything. A steak knife? That's very extreme. And if I'm not mistaken, Kidd Creole caught a gun charge back in the early 80s and was caught with a knife again back in 1995 or 1996. Was there some type of behavioral pattern in the streets in the wee hours to the point where he needed protection? Was he a serial? This is going to sound fucked up. Was he a serial cheater? You think that through. You know? Make you perform some services and then not pay you and tell you, I'll pay you later. Area code 240. Good afternoon and or evening, wherever you are. 240. Kidd Creole convicted. Do you care?
That's my bloody television.
Okay, get to the topic. You control after you do all of that.
Where's that?
Okay, he doesn't want to talk. I don't mind you doing the goofy stuff. Just get to the topic. That's really like old and corny now, to call a show and to try and say something stupid. Nobody hangs up. I don't hang up. I want you to talk. 201, good afternoon. Kidd Creole, convicted. Manslaughter, do you care? 201.
Grand finale in the building. What's good, Mr.
What's up, man?
Terrain?
Yes, sir.
What's up, man? Before I go to that, man, I want to touch on your Mammy situation, if you don't mind.
Please. A Mammy gave me an extra biscuit at the Popeyes drive-thru. I didn't ask for it today. And I don't want them doing that type of shit, because then she'll try and come out of her mouth sideways somewhere else down the line. Go ahead.
All right, man. So listening to you talk, and I'm pretty sure everyone that listens to your show can attest to this, you do kind of have a history of, like, blacking out and later on finding out you were wrong, right?
Not in this particular situation. Not with the Mammies. I approached them.
All right, well,
hang on. I approached them very cautious, because I know they have this attitude thing that most people find to be cute. I don't. Go ahead.
All right. So the only explanation I have for what you encountered today was not long ago, right? Mm-hmm. You blacked out on her. I think it was her.
No, it wasn't her.
Because
Wasn't her.
Oh, it wasn't her. Okay. So, okay, maybe I got it wrong, but to some degree you talked about how you asked for something with a biscuit in it, and you looked in the bag and it wasn't there, and you ran up on...
That was at McDonald's in the morning when the girl forgot my biscuit. That was early in the morning. She was some type of Hispanic. McDonald's. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So that's not the one where you found out later on when you looked down that the biscuit fell on the floorboard.
Yes, but that was McDonald's, and she wasn't black. She was Hispanic. We're talking about
okay. All right.
a black woman, a mammy at Popeyes today giving me an extra biscuit. I don't like that. Go ahead.
All right, man. You're gonna have to work that out on your own. I don't know how to explain that, but anyway, yeah. So Kidd Creole. So he finally got sentenced. Now I don't know the particulars. I haven't been following.
No. He hasn't been sentenced yet. No. He was convicted yesterday. He's facing 25 years.
Right.
They're going to sentence him right after May. Go ahead.
Okay. Did they announce what his the possible time he's facing? Did you just say that?
25 years. 25 years.
25 years. Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't hear that part. Yeah, because I figured with a manslaughter charge, because, I know someone who had caught a manslaughter charge, and, they did like, they were sentenced to about 10 years or whatever, but they only did like 6 or 8 or something like that. But, I mean, listen, man, it's finally closure. The man was broke. Obviously, he could not bail out, or else he would have. As far as somebody, gathering or organizing some type of bailout fund, like, yo, man, when you're in them type of jams or whatever, that's on you to bail yourself out, man. Ain't nobody responsible for getting you up out of there. You gotta take care of that. And if I could just go back,
Well, hang on a second. I'm going to stay on Kidd Creole for a second because nobody has cared about this guy. I'm not saying he should get preferential treatment, but when you reach a certain status in life and groundbreaking efforts that you contributed, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, The Message by Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five was the first rap song to go into rotation on urban, or even back in those days, black radio stations nationwide. The Sugar Hill Gang's hit, hip hop, rapper's delight. That was a smash, yes, but The Message is the one that made the urban radio stations say, "Yo, this is real. Now we're gonna start doing more with this music other than just mix shows," because you had DJ Mr. Magic and a host of others, Chuck Chill Out, Red Alert. That song solidified hip-hop's place. He played a part in that. So I'm just saying, and pardon me for dragging this out, why did no one come to his defense? Why did he sit in jail since 2017? Go ahead.
Well, if I remember correctly, I mean, yeah, he was part of, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five as a group, but that song consisted of Melly Mel and Scorpio, not Kidd Creole. Kidd Creole wasn't on the track, but I hear what you're saying. He was still part of a, foundational group of hip hop that broke barriers, so on and so forth. I got it. But when it's all said and done, it comes down to you and your ability to handle your affairs, handle your finances. You had a call earlier. You had a caller earlier who talked about, the publishing and how they were how contracts were structured. Yeah. Listen, I've been offered contracts that were not favorable, that were complete ripoffs, in my opinion. I saw this, and to get further clarification on what I suspected, I hired a lawyer. You recommended him, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
And he confirmed. He confirmed what I believed, and guess what? I didn't sign it. So we can sit around and talk about talk all day about how someone's ripping us off and the white man this and so on and
I'm
so forth.
not doing all that today.
Day,
I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing that.
Right. At the end of the day, you're responsible for what you sign and securing your future assets, your future income, and your future sources of revenue.
Okay.
And if you didn't do that, then that's just how this has to play out. And this is a cautionary tale for anyone else who thinks that they're popping now and don't set themselves up in the future that they could end up like him.
Grand finale, you're a very logical man. We've had good discussions. I'm not trying to make this a funny thing, but do you think, or did you hear my strategy with regards to if he gets an appeal granted, should he say, hey, we were involved in some type of sexual thing. I'm not homophobic. This thing went left, and I'm sorry. I love, the gay community. Claim he's always been a part of it. Do you think that will help him? Because right now, he's fucked. Right now, he looks homophobic, and they're going to give him a decade. I assure you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, hey, maybe if he was a quick thinker or if he had access to legal representation, I don't exactly know if they would have taken him down that road like what you just, described. But anything's possible, right? If you have enough money and you secured, the proper legal representation. But if you go in there, court-appointed lawyer, what have you, this is what you get. And is it too late for him to do that? Absolutely. I think it's too far gone. For him to try to pull that rabbit out the hat now, after the conviction, nah, it's a done deal. Whatever he gets is what he gets at this point.
All right. You want to promote your music? You're in my communities section, and do you want me to put that banner and link back to the top of the page with a different banner? What do you want me to do?
You can use the same banner, the same link, the same everything that you used for the previous post. Okay. The name of the song is called Always Reloaded. Okay. Great feedback. Clown the jeans. Their dad jeans, mom jeans, whatever you want to call it. Have at it, and check out the song. It's fire.
Thank you, man. Good to talk to you.
All right, man. One.
Yes, sir. Okay. Grand finale tapping in. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Text me when you're on the line. Somebody text me they want to talk about, Sugar Hill Records and so on and so forth, Enjoy Records, the foundation of rap records, Hang on a second. Rapper's Delight in the message. I got to check something. I should know this. Give me a second, guys. I'm coming to the phone. Give me a second. Yeah, you see, Rapper's Delight came out in 1979. Sugar Hill Gang. Produced by Sylvia Robinson. I saw them live in New Jersey, and I was fucking heated because they stole the bass line from Bernard Edwards, who was my favorite bass player for years from the band Chic. I saw them somewhere in Jersey with the Black Ivory. And the crowd went crazy. Hip hop, you don't stop rocking to the bang bang boogie. And I said, what? They stole Bernard's fucking bass line. This sucks. And when the message then came out by Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5, hold on. In 1982, that's when your urban radio station said, whoa, now we're going to find day parts to put this rap stuff in rotation. Prior to the message, they just used rap music on specialty shows, and you even had some white stations that played Rapper's Delight. Prior to urban stations, I know this for a fact. I worked at the labels. So in actuality, the urban stations were forced to start programming rap music. It was a hell of a song. And again, Kidd Creole, he played a part in that, man. Not that means he can't go to jail for stabbing a nigga, but I'm just surprised nobody said, hey, we got to get together, get him out of there, let him get a fair trial, something or other. He spent the entire pandemic locked up. Holy shit. Who sent in a donation saying they want to talk about this particular quagmire? Zone 864 TV, is that you? Zone 864 TV.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how are you, man? Thank you for tapping in. What's cracking?
Oh, man, thank you for taking my call. Yeah, well, I want to start off by saying that your Mammy stories are always hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you go on in the afternoon time. Crazy with the biscuits and everything. You know, and I'm from the South originally, so I know. Yeah, it's Mammy.
It's not me. Would you tell them it's not me all the time? It's not me.
No, it's definitely not Star. Like you might go wake up in the morning and go into the deli in a grocery store and try to get you some chicken legs or something. You know what I'm saying? Like they just wait. It's like they wait to mess with you, man.
Yeah. I don't go in Waffle House no more because of a Mammy situation. I don't want to tell that story, but she tried me. I said, yeah, I'm not fucking with you no more. But anyway, man, you want to talk about Kidd Creole, please, and Kentaji Brown. Go ahead.
Yeah. I don't really have too much to say, but I'm a younger guy,
Okay.
33, and
Okay.
I don't really know too much about Kidd Creole, but I do know that, me personally, I have two rules. You know what I'm saying? Stay out of jail and keep your money coming in. And for him to make this situation at this stage, make the decision that he did at this stage where he is in his life is like, you just so this is how you gonna end it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like what you say, like I can go to the penitentiary, but I don't really have the time to.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just out here move. Yeah. So, and I do think that he should definitely do what you said as far as, saying, hey, me and this dude had something going on.
Man, listen.
You know what I'm saying? Like.
Okay, if I can jump in. We're talking about a small, petite guy. If you go to his YouTube page, man, he may have been 5'2", on a good day. Locked up with hungry niggas clout chasing all sorts of shit. Here you come, with fried hair. If you stab this man over some suspected gay desire or something like that, can you imagine how you're going to be protecting your booty in the penitentiary? They're going to put him in general population. Go ahead.
Man, listen, look, we just sat here and we saw Bussy Smollett get out.
That's a fact.
We all thought that he was going to do his 180, or at least we all thought he was going to at least do 30 days.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
He did 6 days in there because the Bussy community got behind him and there was a lot of outrage. You know what I'm saying? And coming from the times I spent in corporate America, they used to say, "Try everything until nothing works." And so in his situation,
Right.
he need to try that. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the era. They might go a little bit easier on him if he come out and say that he liked the Bussy. You know what I'm saying?
If
like,
he uses that for defense, yes, I think that's better than saying I had a moment of rage. I'm going through mental health. Nobody gives a shit. You're a short guy. You past your prime. But I'll let you finish up, man. Go ahead.
Yeah. If you come out these days. And I'm a heterosexual dude, so but I do know that if you come out these days and you talking about, this rainbow over here made it advance, and I took him out the game. That, to me, that's almost like a death sentence.
Yeah.
These days, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, that's all I got to say about
Thank you, man.
Kidd Creole. You know, I wish the best. And then as far as Ketanji, real quick.
Yeah.
I can admire, black people that are ambitious, that work hard, and that are pursuing the things that they want to achieve. But for me, I really don't care about the first black male or the first black female when it comes to things, because we've seen time and time again, especially here in this country, that when the first black woman or man gets in a position of power, basically they're just another cog in the wheel. Like they don't have any power. You know, I even read an article, and I seen a clip on USA Today like a couple weeks ago, where they were asking her if she could define the definition of a woman.
Right.
And, she couldn't define it. So to me, that just shows that was like almost like an initiation of, okay, well, yeah, she's the one. She can fit into this Biden administration. She can fit into this whole, you know what I'm saying? So, I can admire her ambition, but I just don't, I'm not.
You don't care, and it's, it's just another cog in the wheel. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for tapping in.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay. Guys, on the screen, one of my sponsors, www.yomicollectibles.com. I showed you their items yesterday. I want to make sure that I'm giving them some proper exposure here. Yomi Collectibles. Nice coffee mugs. You got the homie KB on there. What type of watch is that he's wearing? I forgot to ask him. Is that a presidential? KB, if you're out there, can you email me and tell me what type of watch you're wearing on the coffee mug? Quality shirts. I'm going to get to that cigar as well. Okay. Yomi Collectibles on the screen. Check them out and tell them I sent you. Hey, Ebony, I got your Cash App. Ebony says, just start cooking at home. No more fast food. Well, I don't just eat fast food, Ebony. I mean, I like to go out every day and buy fresh food. I got a stove, which I never use. Oven, I don't use the oven, And I don't like to fry stuff in the house here. I like to get up and go, to go shopping, to move, shake, and pop, to look at different vegetables and produce and stuff like that. I tell you guys about the drive-through adventures because they're entertaining to me. But I do buy fresh food, especially I still have somewhat of an Italian appetite, I'll just say that. So I'm always buying fresh tomatoes and stuff like that. But I don't want to do a whole lot of cooking at home. I'm a great cook also, but thank you for your donation, Ebony, okay? Hold on a second. Black King, peace. Black King says, dude who got stabbed was praising white women and talking down on black women, calling them ignorant and a disgrace on Twitter years ago. Now his white girlfriend allegedly sent him to Jesus, R.I.P. coon-ass nigga, #sucker shit. Should I change the title of my show today? Have we given Kidd Creole enough burn? I wanted to mention Kidd Creole, because of, again, his pioneering efforts. But at the same time, niggas from my generation, man, they were, smoked out or skiing on the slopes like me, all that shit I did with bitches, man, Allegedly grabbing bitches by the neck, fighting a bitch on 11th Avenue and 38th Street down there by the old Greyhound bus station, 2 o'clock in the morning. Bitch, the blow got too much cut on it. I choked the tranny. Wait a minute. Troll babies, should I put that story? What happened to that link? Wait a second. I'm doing too much. Can someone send me that link again? Okay. DJ Sinner sends me a donation for some fast food. Thank you. You see, people want the bullshit. You want me to keep bullshit, bringing bullshit to the mic. I know. Family seeks answers after man is stabbed to death by influencer girlfriend who's now claiming mental illness. Okay. I don't think enough people know about this story. I'm gonna keep Kidd Creole in my title. Okay, Christian, whatever his last name was, Obumseli, some type of African, stabbed to death by his girlfriend, Courtney Taylor, allegedly, who boasts an OnlyFans and 2 million Instagram followers. Okay, police are calling the incident a domestic dispute, and Taylor is being held for mental evaluation. He was beating me. He stomped my ears together on a regular basis. I just finally got up the courage to fight back. That's all she's got to say. Okay, this happened April the 3rd. 27-year-old Christian, whatever his last name is. Some type of African, right? Okay, down in Florida. Okay. How do I say your name? Peruvian? Flay? Hey, do you want to call in, man? Because you and we were going back and forth via email. I'm sorry to hear what happened to you, but guys, when we send out the sponsorship packages, pay attention to the Cash App address so that you don't send Cash App money to the wrong place. People are running scams out here. This guy was really, really kind enough to send screenshots, and I want to see if I can get you some promotion, man. I wish I could help you with regards to, whatever happened on Cash App, but shoot me an email if you want to call in, all right? All right, let me switch up here to another sponsor, www.lovethecommunity.com. I've got their hats in the back. Give me a second. Let's see if I can bring one out, okay? Let me go to area code 817. Good afternoon. Are you there? 817. Kidd Creole, convicted. Is that going too far back for you?
Yes, Star. How you doing, bro?
Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
I'm doing great. The thing with Kidd Creole is the fact that this is the result of Paris burning coming to chickens coming home to roost. If you remember the band.
Paris is Burning, the monumental documentary with some of my good friends were in there. Michael Princess, Andre, Ricky. Yeah, Paris is Burning.
Yes. If you think about this now, Henry Kissinger in 1974 came out and asked the president at that time to, first of all, get rid of homosexuality as a mental ailment. And soon as he did that, he implemented this concept of bringing, he also went to him and said, let's make the black community gay as a means of population control. So pretty much Paris burning, all of these guys who did that stuff back then, the chickens are coming home to roost.
Sir, I like where you're coming from. Let's take it slow. In 1974, wasn't the president Gerald Ford, if I'm not mistaken?
Was it Nixon?
No, Nixon resigned. Hold on a second. U.S. president. I could have sworn. I could be wrong. Okay. Gerald Ford took oath in the office August the 9th, 1974. And Nixon resigned in 1974. So you're right, and I'm right as well. Ford came in 1974, August. And what you're talking about, for those who don't know, was the declassification of homosexuality as an illness. I thought that was 1973. Yes, no?
No, it was not. Yeah, it was 1973. But you know how when you suggest something, it takes a while
Yes.
before it is actually implemented.
Yes, go ahead. Please, go ahead.
But this is a lot of these rap, like today's Banji boys are not seen as clearly as they were seen back then. Whereas you see these rappers that are constantly trying to get other young men to do these gay dances.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All of this is chicken coming home to roost, man. All of this. And they're going to get theirs, too. What's that young man that just got out of jail? And they was like, wow, he got out of jail. The first thing he did was did all these gay dances.
Hang on a second, sir. I'm pulling up the notes as we're talking. Between 1952 and 1973, homosexuality was classified as a mental disorder. So, yeah, after 1973, they declassified. Okay, so hang on a second. I'm not trying to put this on Kidd Creole unless, that played a part in the quagmire that happened. And what year were you born, if I can ask you that?
Oh, 1970.
Okay. So you and I came up in a time when yes, the Banji Boys, which were the early incarnation of homo thugs, the Banji Boys were fighting out in the street, but they were there. They weren't like hiding. So do you think that Kidd Creole should have used that as a defense? Is it too late, or am I just crazy?
No. I mean, he could use it, but like I say, no matter what, he's gonna go. He's going down now. It's over.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing he can do. So no matter what defense he used, it's a done deal. Just like African Bambaataa. Same shit, man. All of this is part of a bigger psyop to bring into usher secret homosexuality in our communities. And my main statement was, he is just a representative of the chickens coming home to roost. Far as he is concerned, far as Kidd Creole is concerned, he's just a part of that old school thing, man. Yeah.
Okay, hey man.
Yeah. And in closing, I want to say one thing in closing.
Yes, sir.
If you check out Grandmaster Flash, the what's that main rap that he came famous of, the message, right?
Yeah.
If you check that out, oh my God, man, it is probably one of the gayest videos you ever seen in your life. But hey, thank you,
Thank you, man.
You're doing a great thing,
Yes,
man.
sir.
You have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. All right, thank you. Shit, he took it there. Don't push me, 'cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to use my head. Ha 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 ha. Stop your shit, Star. Don't try and put a twist on this. Don't try and put some type of bussy label on this. Did Kidd Creole get caught up in the moment, huh? Why did John Jolly say to Kidd Creole, "What's up?" Homeless people mind their business, right or wrong. Only people saying "what's up" in the wee hours in the New York City area are people who are looking for something, offering something. Did they know each other previously? Was there some type of code, that we don't know about? What's up? What's up? What's up with you? You tough? Remember, tough. Are you tough? Yeah, I'm tough. How tough are you? I'm tougher than leather. What's up? Stop your shit, nigga. That whole B-boy stance thing, that shit was gay, my nigga. Psst, dark ass nigga. That's it. They should say. 203. How do I say your name? Is it Peruvian? Peruvian.
Peruvian Fly. What's up, Star?
Hey, man. Good to hear from you.
It's all good.
Thank you for tapping in. Are you working that thing out with Cash App? I got screenshots. You working that out?
Yeah, I'll figure it out. But
Salute.
that's the hustle. That's it is what it is.
Yo,
I gotta respect it.
Yeah, these
I
guys.
didn't pay attention.
Yeah, these guys are doing crazy shit here. You gotta pay attention, man. But anyway, so what do you want to chime in, man?
Yeah.
Kidd Creole, man. Shit, huh? Wow.
Yeah, in regards to that, I don't think that he should have went that way in the beginning, Star. Like crime of passion. If he's gonna go that route, but it would have probably worked out better. But now it's kind of like you're pedaling back, and that's not gonna cut it. You know how it is.
Fucking court-appointed lawyer and Melly Mel, they didn't even speak, him and Kidd Creole. Melly Mel said that on Vlad TV. He said, no, we didn't really speak. And then Mel was calling the guy John Jolly a bum. He said he killed a bum. He killed a bum. Like, damn. Go ahead.
Yeah. Nah, he's all set. Like you said, anywhere from a decade and up. He fits the character. So they want us in there. They want us in those cages. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Easy one.
Hey, man, do you want to promote something? Do you want to send me a link? What's going on? You had something you want to put in your showrunner?
Yeah. No, I'm at Peruvian_Fly on Instagram.
Okay.
For all the trolls, go follow. I just list a little bit of music on there.
Okay.
And I'm on YouTube, as you may not know probably, but Peruvian Fly. That's FLEYE. I spelled it like that on purpose.
Okay, got you.
But Peruvian Fly. If you listen, I did a video on Cavario yesterday with Big Face Gary. I don't know if you heard anything about in regards to that. Big Face took the video down.
Hold on.
And I got some views on it, so I'm trying to. Go ahead.
Send me that link because I clicked on the email you sent me and the video's gone. So what happened to Cavario? A legendary writer. He and Benzino were at the Red Roof Inn or whatever that was about. I don't know. And then Big Face Gary from Rockefeller, pardon me, who called into the show. I know Gary. What happened? They got into an argument?
Yeah.
What happened?
When I tuned in, it was Cavario was just going off, and Big Face was just letting him go. But he was trying to say, "Let me explain." And he's like, Cavario was saying, I said it in my video for anybody who wants to go watch it on my page, Peruvian Fly on YouTube. He goes, "You don't know what you're getting yourself into. Don't go with that internet stuff. You don't want it. You don't want it to be a problem." And
you know my steez, nigga. Don Diva, don't play with me. Yeah. I told everybody, Cavario, he's still got, I don't want to say shooters, but he got some muscle in those streets, man. Muscle.
Once a street dude, always a street dude in some way, somehow.
Fucking play with me, boy.
It's in your blood.
All right.
It's in your blood. Yeah, Star. Salute though, man. Salute to what you do. Out in Connecticut. Man. We used to listen to you back in the day on Star and Buck Wild Show on Hot 97.
Okay.
And
What part of Connecticut you from? What part?
Stanford.
Nice.
Stanford. So we're like 45 minutes from Midtown.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks
for tapping in, man. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, Star, so you can promote the channel, man.
Yeah. Send me that link, man, so I can get to the community section. Please. Thank you.
You got it, brother.
Yes, sir.
Good
Thank
talking
you.
To you.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
Peace.
Peace. Wait a second. Oh, shit. We are going to talk about this situation here with Kidd Creole. Is that my nigga Goo? 201 Goo.
Yo, what's good, man?
Hey, man, good to hear from you. I'm taking the time to talk about this, even though it's not going to be a big traffic video. Kidd Creole, man, did you know him? Because you helped a lot of people through that whole Sugar Hill publishing world and royalties, yada, yada, yada. Please, Goo.
I know Scorpio a little bit. I know, when I was in middle school, walking by West Street, walking by the studio, you'd see them outside the gate.
Yeah.
Walking in and, out. You'd see them in town, at McDonald's. They were local, because they had to record, at Sugar Hill. So, I saw them, but, I was about 11, probably like 12, Yeah, that was about it. I didn't know them like that. Make a long story short.
Are you up to
I knew the
speed?
family.
Up to speed on the conviction? 2017, he stabbed this guy, John Jolly. You know,
I really didn't know about that till I saw you did an episode on that maybe like last month or a couple of weeks ago. Man, that shit is sad, bro. But once again, I read that he was like a handyman or something, right? And he was living in like a rooming house or something like that.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
he was working for a living. I respect that. Everybody's not trying to pump drugs, until they.
Nah, but I'm just saying.
Out,
but what about his royalties from Sugar Hill? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, these guys don't pay no royalties out to these guys. That's what makes these guys go crazy and go loose on the streets and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a bad boy type curse.
Well, now hang on a second, Goo.
You know what I'm saying?
Goo, you know that world of royalties and publishing better than anybody else. You've called into the show, folks. For those who don't know, Goo has been involved in monumental legal cases and so on and so forth. Let's keep it real, man. Kidd Creole was not Melly Mel. He was not the guy.
I know, but
hang on, Goo. Hold on. He was not the guy that you gave a shit about if you went to see Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 on the stage. You wanted to see Melly Mel. You wanted to see Flash, of course. Scorpio. I saw Cowboy perform live before he died. Raheem. But nobody cared about Kidd Creole. So what are we talking about publishing? You got some money. You got some tour money. You should have took the money, flipped it, done something. What are you angry about for? Because niggas stole your swag. Niggas, getting paid off of what you pioneered. Okay, well, I mean, but a steak knife, Goo. He was carrying a steak knife. Come on.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. Like, these guys put them in these bad conditions, man. If you know what I know from so many people that been through that system of all the alcoholics and just purposeful stuff that was done to people, you kind of like understand the way these people were manipulated so they can get their money from them. You know what I'm saying? I've been in court for all sorts of reasons just against them,
right.
And the way they manipulated people. You would understand, like, damn, like, I don't understand why no one just came and packed these guys out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's crazy. Like, I mean, bro, the stuff still gets licensed. He still owed an artist royalty. I know it's a group. He still owed an artist royalty.
Okay.
If you ask him, has he seen an artist royalty? He'll say no. I haven't seen an artist royalty from them. They're still supposed to give him a quarterly or biannual royalty. Or Rhino Records, who has the catalog, are still supposed to give him an artist royalty. You know what I'm saying? He's not seeing nothing.
Go, if I can jump in, even if Kidd Creole were getting $300,000 a year off of royalties and so on and so forth.
I'm not saying that much, man. I'm not saying that much.
Whatever. Even if you were getting $100,000, would that justify him carrying a steak knife and taking somebody's life? Would that justify that?
No, I'm just saying, if he was getting his money from the beginning, he might not have been psychologically messed up. Possibly.
I don't know about that, man, because I know guys that got jewelry and houses and all sorts of shit, and when they snap, they snap. Yeah. They give the baby mama grounds and pounds, They shoot the dog.
Yeah.
They knock over the fish tank and burn down the house. I don't give a fuck. I know niggas like that. Are we really going to sit here and blame the... Let me just finish this last point. Are we really going to sit here and blame the industry? Go ahead.
All right, man. Let's just say he had a Napoleon complex. Okay. You think that's what it is?
I don't know, but you know what sounds more plausible to me? And I mean no disrespect.
Right.
It may have been a late night bussy rendezvous, Old Nick. Goo, I'm dead ass. Old niggas on that.
No.
Goo, old niggas on that powder in the wee hours. Old niggas on that powder in the wee hours, you know, creeping and all sorts of shit, and shit got out of hand, man. I'll let you finish up, though. Go ahead. I'll let you finish up.
No. You know, all of that is open for discussion. You know what I'm saying? You gave the Alpo theory, and you know,
hey,
people, you know,
they laughed at me.
Yeah. So you know, I'll leave it open for consideration since you kind of scored with that one. You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen, man. Good to hear from you. Keep me posted. You know, if there's anything else we need to discuss.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm drinking. I'm drinking. I'm sorry.
Fine.
I just wanted to chime in.
It's fine, man.
All
But,
right. Yeah, good talking to you.
Yeah, anything else with Kidd Creole, man? As far as business behind the scenes, let me know, please.
Got you.
Thank you. Okay, go. Go tapping in. Old niggas on that powder. You see, this is part of the reason why I can't come down on today's generation too heavy for just being weed heads and, you know, running up in shit with the blammer, making niggas hit the deck, you know. Give me the money. I hung with lowlifes and degenerates in the 80s. Thus, the reason why I don't fuck with people from the 80s. Don't hit me on Facebook. You want to connect. My common interest with anybody in the 80s was drugs, pimping bitches, scamming, or doing something very mischievous. What do I want to reconnect with you for? I'm not in that place anymore. Did you evolve or elevate? Hold on a second. Peace. Left-handed. Hold on. Stay right there. Is there anybody in that live chat that can keep it really real? Call in, super chat, cash app. People in the 80s were some of the most vicious, vile degenerates in the history of drug dealing, using drugs, and other things. If there were YouTube in those days, it would make today's generation look like fucking kindergarten. Some of the low lifes that I knew. I knew a nigga that carried a fucking bowling bag with a blowtorch in it. A blowtorch because he liked to freebase. We went to a guy's apartment one time, Jimmy Johnson on 158th Street basement apartment. We're in Jimmy's fucking living room. The nigga pulls out the goddamn this was before they started using the demo. They called it a demo, just the glass, you know, with the screens. So you had the entire fucking pipe with the bowl. This nigga had a blowtorch, the fucking pipe. You see the white smoke? It was like a genie in a bottle effect. But a blowtorch. I was always a coke sniffer, and I hate to even keep talking about this shit. That shit to me was so low, but you know, that was my generation. This nigga, when he would run out of fucking freebase, he would put alcohol in the goddamn bowl, swish it around, pour it on a plate, take a match, shit light up. I thought he was burning down the goddamn apartment one time. Whoa, what are you doing? He said, no, just relax. That shit would go out. He would put the plate in the freezer so it would, come together. 5 minutes. Take the plate out of the freezer. Get a goddamn razor blade. Scrape the res. It was called res, short for residue. Put that back. Put that back in the pipe and pull out the fucking torch and smoke again. That's low-life shit. That's my generation. That's Kidd Creole's generation. I have no proof, but what the fuck was Kidd Creole doing with a goddamn steak knife? Steak knife, my nigga. Peas, left-handed. I'm running my fucking mouth. What's going on, man?
Creole, solid gold. The Kidd Creole playing the role.
Right.
Dig this with the Furious 5+ Grandmaster Flash, giving you a blast to show enough class. We're gonna prove to you all we're second to none. We're gonna make 5 MCs sound like one. You know, dip, dive. So socialize. Clean out your ears and open your eyes.
Right.
Pay at the door as a donation to hear the best sounds in creation.
Yeah.
That's that's the era, man. Again, you're dead right. Everything is dead right. Creole, in my opinion, is a hero to me. In my opinion.
Okay.
You know what I mean? As far as hip hop is concerned, I met Creole on many occasions, man. Like Zulu anniversaries.
Yeah.
You know, just being down like in the Wall Street area, you know what I mean, doing his thing. I just meet him in Bypass. Yo, what up, Creole? What's good? You know what I mean?
Wow.
But again, Star, you know, things happen, man.
Things
you know
happen.
What I mean?
Yeah.
You know, you got the TV land and you got the real street land. You know what I mean? And you have to get caught up. And it's sad that nobody really stepped to the plate for him. And again, the backstory about him and Melly, you know what I mean? That's messed up too.
Yeah.
But again, as a hip hop forefather, somebody who brought dimension to the game, something should be done. But it's a different time now, and you got to stand up for what you do. So it is what it is. The caller was right. The homie earlier, he was like, you do what you do. You got to deal with the consequences and ramifications behind that.
Yeah, and I don't mean to put just a funny spin on things, but I mean, I would have used some type of defense, man, that just said, hey, me and this guy, shit went left. I mean, now he's being labeled homophobic and a killer. He's going to be food in the penitentiary if they give him more time. Do you think they'll let him out? He's been there since 2017.
Yeah, he's been in there for a while. I don't know, man. I hope something happens in his benefit for his case, but it looks bad, man. It looks bad.
Yeah. How's your new show going? You ready for me to do some promotion?
Oh yeah, everything is good. Down and in, man. Everything is good. We did 2 episodes, man. Everything is fire. We had a few more callers than we expected.
Okay.
But it's cool. We handle everything. We got everything situated. Co-host is fire. She's dope. I might take a trip to Philly and go to like a Phillies game or a Sixers game.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just to get some things done and talk and chop it up and stuff like that. So she's mad cool. So everything's everything. We're getting the Twitter thing set up.
Okay.
So we're starting to, let it graduate and let it build up and do what it do, man. Down and In is the name of the show. Tuesday nights, 8:00. You know what I mean?
Did you get that banner? Did you get that banner yet? Where's the banner?
No, we're gonna do the banner today. We're gonna get the banner done today, man.
Okay.
We're gonna get the banner. I used that situation that you sent me.
Okay.
Salute.
Good. Yeah, man. I
You know what I mean? So
want to promote for you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Just random question. On my screen, I'm asking: Is Atlanta an overrated city? You and I connected. Was it last year? You came to Atlanta. We hooked up and chopped it up as we always do.
I think about 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
2 years ago. New York people always tell me, "Yo, I'm moving to Atlanta."
In my opinion, man, I used to know a lot of cats that transplanted from New York down to Atlanta. But the question about it being an overrated city, in my opinion, it is. You know what I mean? Because I really didn't. I was out there out there with my aunt and stuff, and then I got to move around, do some stuff in the downtown metro area, and I wasn't really feeling like this is somewhere I needed to be or I'm missing something.
Right.
You know what I mean? No disrespect to it. You know what I mean? It moves how it moves. But again, a lot of people from New York, they always go down to Atlanta. They have Bronx Day. I didn't know they had Queens Day too. I know they have Bronx Day.
Yeah, I know about Bronx Day, which I would never go to, but I was told that they have a Queens Day too. Fuck.
Yeah, it's a lot of people down there. My man Vance Wright is down there. Salute to him. You know what I mean? He's down there. A few other people down there.
I remember Vance.
The Hurricane is down there, I think. You know what I mean? So
Hurricane from the Beastie Boys.
Yeah, but
Hurricane from the
Beastie. Not all that.
Hurricane from the Beastie Boys.
Yeah. Hurricane. Yeah. DJ Hurricane from the Beasties. Yeah, he's down
He
there.
and I went to Jackson together, class of 82. If that's the same Hurricane who got shot in the foot in Andrew Jackson High School.
Yeah, he's from Andrew Jackson, all of that. Yeah.
If that's the same one. That's the same one. Somebody got shot in the foot one morning. I had on some red suede Pumas with no laces and some plaid pants, a mock neck, and I had a dunce cap. And I tried to run with no fucking laces in my Pumas.
With those.
Pop, pop, pop. So, oh, shit. I'm rambling. Get me. Okay.
But nah, man, I just wanted to tap in, man, on that Creole situation, man. It's really sad, man. It's something needs to be done. But let this be a lesson to the cats that are up and coming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Handle your business. Make sure your situation is handled behind the scenes. You never know what you'll get into.
Yeah.
And what you might need to get out of. All right, I'm out.
Peace. Good to talk to you. Yes, sir.
Salute.
Left-handed tapping in. Folks, do they really have a Queen's Day in the Atlanta metro area? Please tell me they don't. I got to get out of here. I'm really headed to Florida. I'm done with Georgia. I've had my fun. There's nothing holding me here now. Bronx Day. Hold on a second. Guys, earlier, I had on the screen Chris Rock met with the legal team. And I cannot confirm that, but the source, Media Takeout, I fuck with them heavy. Let me put this back on the screen. Does anybody know about this? Do you care? Chris Rock hires top New York City law firm. No, I don't want to go to Texas. I have no interest in Texas at all. Florida, I just, the alligators. I'll keep you posted. Black King 88. Okay, you sent me an email. Thank you so much. Let me see if I can find your email, sir. Hey, Ebony. Ebony says via Cash App. It is. I'm actually moving to Atlanta for work next month. There's a Queen's Day down here. Why? Are New York people destroying Atlanta? Maybe that should be the showrunner. Are New York people destroying Atlanta? You know what I hate when I meet somebody from New York in Georgia and then they ask for a picture? I say no. I say, nah, I don't do that. One guy said, oh, come on, man, that's lame. I said, yeah, I'm lame. I'm lame. Fuck out of here. I didn't do that shit up north. The fuck I'm getting Georgia now. Some nondescript nigga and take a picture. In Georgia. I tried to get the fuck away from you. That's why I moved down here. Area code 667. Good afternoon. 667. Are you there?
Yo.
Yo. Yeah. It's cracking, sir.
Stop.
Yo.
Oh, man, it's so much meat. So much meat, bro. So much meat. Listen, man. First of all, yeah, Atlanta is very overrated. I was out there in 90, 91, and most people that go out there don't even be in Atlanta. They be in, Cobb County on the outskirts. But, yeah, It's overrated, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm up in Woodstock. I mean, I go into Atlanta, twice a week, sometimes once a week. It's just, I don't know, man. I'm over it. Did you live here or you were just coming back and forth?
I lived there for a while, and then I ended up living in Reedsville for 5 years. You know what Reedsville is, right?
Yeah. Oh, so you came down here with Keith Sweat, Whitney Houston, that whole Bobby Brown wave.
Yeah. Yo, the only niggas, listen, when I was out there, P.O. Bryson, Eric Sermon was out there, and Keith Sweat.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Eric Sermon. Yeah, Eric Sermon had he had a rim shop. He had a rim shop down here.
Word. Yeah, I was out there then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With a lot of hard-headed Brooklyn niggas. You know what I mean? Young niggas that I knew. And we was out here doing dirt. Mm-hmm. And I end up in the penitentiary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yo, listen, Star.
Yeah.
This Kidd Creole thing, man.
Yeah,
Free. I hear you, right? And I think, and you're right. The angle, like, I think it's too late to go there, right? But he maybe should have played that off the top.
Yeah.
Even though they was trying to paint him as being horrible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know Creed. Creed don't get down like that. This the type of dude, like if a dude say, "What's up?" You know, like a dude. He a small dude anyway.
Yeah.
He a small dude.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
He the type of dude that if you be talking, you be like, "Yeah, son, yo, son," you know what? He be like, "Yo, D, man, don't call me son." You know what I mean? I ain't your son, man.
Right.
I appreciate it. Right? You know, one of them dudes. And look. You might say something funny, or he might say something funny, and you tap nigga on the shoulder. He like, "Yo, D, don't touch me on my shoulder, man. I don't like nobody."
Yeah.
You know, he that type of dude. You know what I mean? So yeah. I can see him. I can see the dude saying, "What's up, man? You know, the dude maybe look a little intimidating, or you know."
Yeah.
But I don't think Creed went that way, man. As far as that young...
Okay, now hang on a second. If I can just respond to what you're saying, and I appreciate what you're saying,
Okay,
and I take your word as law.
Yeah.
But do you think he should have played that card to get out of that situation? Because now he's going back to the penitentiary. Where has he been all this time? On Rikers since 2017? Because you're not supposed to stay on Rikers for no more than a year or two, right? I mean, I only did this.
Nah, but you know, murder trials, them shits can take up to 5 years. I think it happened in Brooklyn, right?
Manhattan, New York City, Manhattan.
Did that? Manhattan, yeah. Well, you know, he went to the Tombs first, and then after that, within a week, he was on the island. Yeah, you know, murder cases, they take 2-3 years usually. And, yeah, he should have took that off the rip, man. Off the rip.
Yeah, man.
But yo, this is what I was about to say. Listen, this, and I'm gonna get in this because I know some dudes.
Okay.
I remember when that shit happened. Grandmaster Flash came out and was like, "Yo, Fat Joe just said he was gonna pay for, you know, Creole, you know, defense and all that. That nigga ain't paid for nothing. Nigga had a public defender, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, yo, just don't say it. Yo, we ain't gonna.
Hang on, it happened in Midtown Manhattan in 2017. Yes, it happened in Manhattan. Yeah.
And Mel called the nigga a bum.
No. Melly Mel called John Jolly a bum. He didn't call Kidd Creole a bum.
Oh.
Yeah.
His lawyer. Well, you know, look. I was about to say, some niggas ain't got no paper.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Sylvia, you know. I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but I really got a problem with that whole Sugar Hill, how they did them dudes.
Yeah.
You know, the pops, Big Joey, learned it from the Jewish dude. I forgot what his name was.
Yeah, I forgot his name too.
He was halfway in the mafia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he taught him how to put the squeeze on people. So
don't hate the player, hate the game. We got to stick to that. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah, no question. That's Hollywood, no question. That's Hollywood. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Raheem is the only one who mother said get a lawyer, right? And they tried to get rid of him. Miss Sylvia tried to get rid of him.
Yeah.
But Mel was the cash cow over there. Mel got what he wanted. Everybody else.
Yeah.
That's why Flash left.
Yeah.
With the Chrysalis, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
hang on a second. He's going to be sentenced on May the 4th.
Dudes ain't got no money.
Going to be sentenced on May the 4th.
Say it again.
May the 4th. He's going to be sentenced. Kidd Creole.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know, man. It's manslaughter and not murder. So
yeah.
He might get a dime. You know what I mean? He might get a dime. You know, depending on I don't know, man. He got 5 on it already, whatever he got. So
yeah, now, hang on. I was just about to ask you because you say you've been to the penitentiary, so you should know better than me. Do you think they'll give him time served?
Yeah, it's a federal law. You got to get time served unless you on probation or parole.
Yeah.
if you're on probation or parole, they call that dead time. You're just sitting around waiting to go to trial. But if you're not on probation or parole, it's federal law. You got to get time served. So he'll get the credit for that 5 he put in.
Okay.
But yeah. But yo,
do you think he can do another 5? He's a small guy.
Yeah, I mean, if you get a dime and this is his first time, he never got in no trouble or nothing. So, I don't know what they're doing on. I don't know what the percentage is. I know the feds is 85, but I mean, in New York, he could come home.
Okay. All right.
Who knows?
I appreciate your knowledge,
you
man.
You remind me of the 80s, man. Look, you remind me of New York in the 80s. I'm 57. I'm a year younger than you. All the shit you be talking about, how I was back in the day, the angel dust, going to the coke spots and all that, man. And, yeah, man. Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm not proud of it, man. But I mean, if you survived the 80s and I survived the 80s, we got war stories, man. I mean, I can't even tell some of the shit I've been through. Some of that shit I can't even. It can't come out my mouth. The shit that I've seen, man. I gotta take it to the grave. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, listen. The other day, I laughed so hard when you said the broad went down to get the blow.
Oh, yeah.
And she came back and you were like, yo, you got the blow? Maybe. And the bitch started cooking ass. And you bit the bitch. Yo, you a gangster, son.
Hey, I thank you for the call, man. Salute.
Oh, yo, Star,
yeah.
I got one question. Star, one question. Listen, you ready?
Go ahead.
Will you rip a shot at a bitch nigga with his wife holding his 6-month-old baby if you got out of line?
Say that again?
I said, will you rip a shot at a bitch nigga with his wife and a 6-month-old kid while she holding the kid in her hand if you get out of line?
Sir, you're snitching. I'm not going to answer that, but thank you for calling.
Nah, yo, you said that. Come on.
Let's get him out of here. Whoa, shit. Whoa. I don't remember what he's talking about. Some shit you got to take it to the grave. Thank you for calling, sir. Thank you. Salute. Whoo, shit. I'm not talking about nobody I would have shot or may have shot in their direction. Absolutely not. Kidd Creole, man, huh? Hold on a second. Okay, what is this? Will Smith. Okay, sir, you sent the link. I can't read this. Can you send me a different link? So I don't want to accept the terms of this. What is this? Can you send me a different link? The link you sent me wants to accept the terms. I don't like just clicking on anything, Bringing all types of malware into my system. Okay, thank you, Peruvian Fly. Got your email. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah. This show's not going to get a lot of traffic, and I understand that. But I had to at least put the time in with regards to Kidd Creole, pioneering rapper, legend, and I'm not trying to put that whole bussy thing on him, but hey, man, who knows? I've seen some of the most gangster niggas on the planet, man, and we all have a certain type, fetish. Late night hours, man. What are you doing with a steak knife, dude? Why'd you get so enraged because somebody said, what's up? Flashbacks? Well, was he abused? That's another angle he could have used. Been traumatized. Something happened to me when I was younger and I lashed out. I mean, when you're in that courtroom, kids, take it from me. You have to use every angle you can think of to stop from going to the penitentiary. I never been scared of nothing. Never been scared of the penitentiary. I just didn't want to go. Man, I ain't got time for that shit. I moved to New York for a reason. And this shit is beautiful. Skyscrapers. I'm down by Battery Park City. I'm walking around sniffing blow. Bitches everywhere, you know. The penitentiary. Fuck out of here. I started telling with no remorse. Give a fuck. Area code 615. I think you're going to be my last caller. 615. Kidd Creole, convicted. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, sir?
Yes, sir. How are you? Kidd Creole, man.
man.
We have to show that man some respect today. Please, go ahead.
Yeah. It's foul for him, you know. It is, but shit. Man, handle your business, or your business will handle you.
Okay.
But I say free the man, because I mean, if I don't know about the pussy connection, but I think you know, it's self-defense for me. I think it's self-defense. I mean, it's New York. It's supposed to be cameras everywhere. Yada yada yada. You know.
Yeah. Continue. You have the floor, sir. Go ahead. I'm not rushing you.
What was that other topic you mentioned?
Is Atlanta an overrated city?
Burnt out. Next one. There was another one.
Well, no.
Something else.
Hang on. I want to stick on Atlanta for a second because I'm having a great time personally. I'm in flight school. I go up in those little planes. I go ice skating up at the Cooler in Alpharetta. I go horseback riding. I go to the equestrian. I go to concerts. I do a lot of shit. I go to the conventions. I go to the sporting arenas. I go to concerts. For me personally, I'm having a great time, but I'm ready to move on. You know, I don't have a wife and kids. I don't have to worry about kids in school or, you know, kids getting into fights or shootouts and shit like that. And I would never raise kids here. That I definitely would not do. But I'm just asking, is it overrated? Have you ever been here to the Atlanta metro area?
Yes, I have. I mean, I like Atlanta, but I do remember it from at least as far as my youth, from the 80s and the 90s. And I think it's just there's great things and there's a lot to do in that part of the Atlanta metro, like you said, Georgia. I just think that if you are trying to move there to kind of party and stuff, I think the party's kind of probably moved, like you said, to Florida, you know, probably more or less Miami Beach, obviously.
Well, no, if I can respond to what you're saying, I'm not moving to Florida to party. Hell no. That's not why I'm moving to Florida.
Well, that's all it is in Florida, man. That's I mean, the women is going to be great. But, I mean, if you talking about, you know, you drive around strapped up, man, I mean, you know, Florida is like, that's where all the crazy people that you left in Jersey and New York, they're down in Florida.
Well, no, sir, I think we're on two totally different paths here. Florida is one of the 9 states.
My apologies.
Florida is one of the 9 states that has no income tax. That's number one.
That's what you like. Okay, well, I'm in.
Hang on, I'm going to finish up, and then we'll go back and forth. That's number one. Number two, I want to live on the beach. I want to step out and see the beach. You see, I spent about 7 or 8 summers on Martha's Vineyard as a kid. I love the beach in the colder winter times. Not that you're going to get that in Florida, but I want to wake up on the beach. I don't give a goddamn if I'm living in a shack, but I want to wake up on the beach. As far as women are concerned, listen, I smash a bitch once a month. I'm not going down there chasing pussy. So
I didn't know what you was looking for, man. Yeah. I mean, because Georgia has all of that, even beaches. If you go to the southern part of Georgia.
No, sir. You have to go to Savannah for a beach. You're talking about lakes. That's different, sir. Here you got Lake Allatoona, Lake Lanier. There's no beaches in Georgia. What are you talking about? Unless
you want the real beach. Well, so
go ahead.
One more question. What I was told is that the eastern part of Florida is the dirty beaches, and that if you want the clean, pristine beaches, you have to be in the interior part of the western side
Sir, I don't give a goddamn about the beach. I just want to look at it. I'm 57. I don't want to.
Okay, you're not getting in there.
I don't want to jump on a fucking surfboard and go surfing. I just want to wake up and look at the beach. Did you understand? Okay, so I gotta go. We're on two different.
You're not trying to grab.
Let's get him out of here. What are you talking about? The water. I just want to look at the water. Hold on a second. Yeah, I don't want to move up by Savannah or some of the other places in Georgia. Tybee Island Beach, you got that. Cumberland Island Beaches, you got that. None of that stuff is in the Atlanta metro area. Jekyll Island, I've already spoken about Jekyll Island. That's where they came up with the concept of the Federal Reserve. That's 4 or 5 hours away from here. Driftwood Beach, that's out there by Jekyll Island. Little St. Simon's Island Beach, none of that stuff is around here. Here you got lakes. Anyway, New Jersey Mac. I've traveled to Atlanta and surrounding areas over a dozen times for work since January the 18th. Extremely overrated city. My favorite North American city is Toronto. I've never been to Toronto, but that's the home of Rush, my favorite band. Thank you so much. Mr. Controversy starred and witnessed a whole lot of zesty stuff for him to not participate. So I've always been comfortable in my sexuality. I'm a heterosexual man. I've never crossed over onto the other side, nor do I want to. I'm not interested. But I respect people who live that life because I came up and I had friends who just happened to be gay. They weren't my gay friends. They were just my friends who happened to be gay. I got a rude awakening, in case you didn't hear me say this before, to the world of Banji Boys. When I seen niggas, rocking on 152nd Street, I didn't even know they were gay. Just niggas just brawling. I said, oh, shit, Then I saw them tongue kissing. I said, whoa! So I toned down with all that, gay rhetoric that I learned in the 70s directed towards gay people. Yeah, I've witnessed shit, But more so, shootings and robberies, if you must know. That's what I've witnessed throughout my time. Never mind the zesty shit. Niggas getting shot. Drug deals gone bad. Niggas getting pistol whipped, Niggas running up in the house. Hold on a second. Running up in the house looking for the safe. Type of niggas that go in the house and say, yo, open the safe. And they're coming out the house with something. If you try and play stupid or you act like you don't know the combination, they start shooting the dog, set the cat on fire, stick a screwdriver in somebody's cheek. That's the type of shit I see, man. Hold on a second. Guys on the screen, please visit another one of my sponsors, www.herbandstone.shop. I say again, www.herbandstone.shop. Let me try and do one more phone call. Blade sent me another cash app. Hold on. Maybe I'll do a little bit more time here. 80s was lit. Niggas running around in DEA jackets. Thank you, Blade. Allegedly. Daryl got your donation. 678. Where's Daryl at? 678. Daryl, good afternoon, sir. Can you hear me? Daryl.
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just going to be real quick. I ain't trying to hold you.
Okay. How are you, man?
I'm real good. All the folks saying that Atlanta is an overrated city, we really don't want your ass down here no way. Stay where you're at because we full. And we've been saying that for a very long time. And New Yorkers, all they do is come down and complain. So don't make yourself unhappy. Stay where you are.
Please stay with me. Stay with me. No. Are you born and raised in Georgia?
No, I'm not. I'm from Alabama, but that's my sister's state.
Okay. I love
my family's out.
Yeah, I love the old Atlanta, the older Atlanta, and that's what I was hoping somewhat sort of to find when I came down here. I'm from New Jersey, not New York. I've lived in New York and worked in New York, but the old Atlanta is gone now. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, my mom's is actually from Jersey too, but her family goes all the way back to Alabama. So, I got both sides of the coin coming up.
Yeah.
But like I say again, people that come down from other places, all they do is complain, and that's fine. We'll continue to enjoy ourselves, and y'all continue to do what y'all do. It's no love lost, but stay where you at.
Have you ever been to Bronx Day? And I hear they got something called Queens Day now. You ever been to that stuff?
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
I will never, ever go to Bronx Day to see a bunch of niggas from back in the days who I didn't fuck with up in New York now, breaking bread out here in Georgia.
Yeah, they got the Soca Day. That's about as East Coast as I get is the Soca Day down there on, I can't remember the name of the street, but it's a Soca Day where they do soca music, and it's pretty dope.
Yeah. I appreciate the honesty, man. Thank you for your support. Thank you.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I don't hate you from New York. I understand you. I know what your intentions are. That's why I'm so critical of you. When people say, Star, you a rat ass nigga. Yeah, I learned how to be a rat and a fucking lowlife from Brooklyn niggas. Told you that before. There's no nigga on the planet worse than a Brooklyn, New York nigga. None. Backstabbing, cutthroat, disingenuous. Okay, hold on a second. Who is this? No promotion. Okay, who are you talking about? Who was snitching? Somebody just sent me a random email. I don't know who that is. Whoa, okay, wait a minute. Is this real? This looks like a fake story. Guys, is this real? Will Smith enters rehab to deal with stress? Let me send this to the troll babies. I don't know if that's real. It might be one of them fake news stories. Troll babies, can somebody confirm? Because if that's real, I will shut this stream down and start a new stream. If that's real. Please confirm if that's real, okay? Thank you. Anthony, can you send me another link to that story? Julian, the old Atlanta, a.k.a. Freaknik era. Yeah, and there wasn't a whole lot of shootings then. You had some fights. But you could go to that Freaknik thing and, you didn't have to worry about getting two-pieced by somebody or jumped. Troll babies, is that real? Let me Google it. Will Smith enters rehab. If that's real, goddamn, we shutting this stream down and start another one. Might go to the liquor store. Did that little bald-head bitch drive him to rehab? Will Smith admitted to luxury rehab. Okay, I see. I don't know about the source, though. They're saying rumors is swirling. I don't know about these sources, guys. If Will Smith would have went to rehab, that would be on TMZ and these other sites. Yes, no, troll babies? I can't confirm that. Guys, there's my information on the screen for advertising, sponsorship to get into the community section and other promotional things that I can do for you if you'd like. All right. Sending well wishes to Kidd Creole and his family, a.k.a. Nathaniel Glover, convicted of manslaughter. I mean no disrespect by the whole bussy, speculation. But, it may have been a better defense than the one that he used, Guys, please visit my sponsors, and I will see you tomorrow, unless that Will Smith story has legs. And I'll be back tonight at 9 p.m. Take care. Be safe.